Funny story about that friend playing Mario Party with. He was in my class for a little bit, always like ostracized apparently. I didn't care. Don't play in games. We became friends. He later on came to say that I was the only one who wanted him as a friend. It was sad. I liked making friends because I felt the same. And started playing Nintendo stuff. A lot of people. One guy brought their Nintendo 64 to the class so people could play, and I was obsessed with that. And he showed me how to play Ocarina of Time. And he brought his strategy guide because he was Zelda kid, and the other kid was Mario kid. I was Smash Bros kid, and no one wanted to play with me except one guy. Turned out he became a bully. Not really a pleasant guy to be around, but he had his charm. He just had a bunch of issues. Well, in the end, then I spent most of my time with the kid who played Mario because he invited me over and over and over again back. Felt nice being wanted, and I appreciated his time. We spent a lot of time together, like months a month for years, playing those games. And, well, he didn't want to realize how brilliant he was. I don't think he understood either. He was not able to communicate, not able to express more adult feelings as he grew. So of course, this was we were all kids in special need. He was brilliant. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to do all the things he does and did. But because of his lack of social skills, because of his lack of understanding emotions or things, he did feel like he was stuck in at being 14. We were friends for a long time. A long, long time. We drifted apart like a big sister and a younger brother who never grew up. 10 years apart. What he didn't see, though, is that he was kind of far beyond me. He had a job. He was on the trips and vacations by himself. And yet he always looked up to me just because I could talk. I had charm. So we saw things each other we both liked. He had independence, ingenuity, inquisitoriousness. That's not the word. I had a smarts, the looks, and things he didn't like. He wanted. It started to become sad. Me looking at him and knowing that he wouldn't understand that we were alike. That he will see me as some kind of... He put me on a pillar, a pedestal, so to say. It was flawless, but I couldn't understand my time in life. I was sick, very sick. And he can do everything I couldn't. And I can do everything he couldn't. I can grow up in the same he wanted. He accepted things. And someday I stood there like everyone. Goodbye. And then I'll say it to your face. I don't think you will understand. Stop sending me gifts. Stop putting me on a pedestal. Stop looking at me like I'm some sort of form you want to be because I look at you and you do all the things I can't. It's been a long time, friend. And I went away from that. That was one of the good partings of a friend. When I had the choice. I'm not being so lucky. So I expect everyone to part. But now on better terms. I understand people choose to, and sometimes not. There is time is valuable when we're together. Even people passing by, like Miyazaki said in Dark Souls. Dark Souls taught me a lot of patience and being but diligent. Indomitable means to keep trying and trying and taking a break. I miss my friends, especially those I never got to talk to and say goodbye. My best friend of a long time departed when I came out. And I don't know what it will be like to go back. He, I was the autistic one and he was the ADHD one. It's a classic combination. He was, well, a strange kinship. We started accepting our anger together and he started opening up from a family of closure, closing out from me who had gone through therapy just to open up a little bit. From times he had just done nothing, I had hurt a lot of people. We came into essentially high school, met the next year when he started, and we started playing Magic the Gathering. He was invited because he liked card games. From a guy you feel like a pretty fucking douchebag, a cousin of one of my best friends, the best friend I had at the time. But it's that guy left school when I started hanging out more with him. You think? No. We went to a Colo, going up skiing, but I didn't remember how to ski, so I didn't want to go. I just wanted to stay in the cottage. Quite a large house, somehow owned by the principal. So she was fucking loaded because that thing was huge with enormous glass windows that are outside to see the reindeers go up the hills like I did, and took pictures with my Nintendo DSi. So I asked the helper, not the teacher, the other guy who were there, and we said, well, there's one here who play Magic, so you can take your cards with you. I told them to do the same, and we have our school cards. I also play. Okay, sure, we can play with you. We can join together and play more. Oh, it was that kid that we were playing at school. Oh, I haven't talked to you more. Sit down. We played. Best friends since. Started understanding that, when someone is lonely and push away people like we do because we have our emotions in these situations become hard. Bonding through gaming. Well, isn't that really what we typically do? Our anxiety to meet each other. And social anxiety goes by walls of a boundaries in a reflection of a screen of an avatar. There's pixels, a reflection of a self, of someone who he strives to be, or someone who he runs from, or just some weird cardboard on a table, or dice and paper later on. Well, he told me that he didn't like Dungeons and Dragons tabletop and never played it on another cottage. We tried it with a friend. I killed his barbarian because we didn't understand the rules at all, and he just felt, okay, fine, I'll try it. I killed him with 2 rats. Turns out that wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, it was a completely different game, so weird system. Next time we played Dungeons and Dragons instead, he kills a bear with that barbarian by himself. Action economy, we learned what it's called. More and more we spent time just going to those Friday night magics. He came up to school, all my friends came to school. I invited everyone. I paid essentially for people to come over because I didn't know what to do with this sick money. I didn't know that they should understand what situation I am in, that I'm being prepared for a life that I eventually threw away. Who will I know? I didn't know better. That's a different story. So my friend, when the others drifted away, once we got out of the high school, he and I stayed. And I had no idea why. When everyone else left. Some who left because of questionable things they've done, like cheating on their girlfriend, who had nothing want to do with. Completely different story. One who, well, found a better life. He had friends here. He appreciated our time together. We were friends, and I love him still. And he doesn't know a single thing about me now. But he just hung out because there was nothing else. We were kind and we accepted each other. And that's enough. But to stick along for a time, for me, I like things together. And that friend was the same. We kept doing this. Spent 11 years playing Dungeons and Dragons. He told me I was a shit player and a rude, and I was that guy. And he was right. Shit, I'm the fucking problem now. Yeah, I need to take a break. Because I felt bad. What else could I do? Take a step back, reflect. I wasn't the bad guy since. My friend still stayed. He told me this, and he had done this before over and over. He had been the person who stood up against me. I stood by ideals of growth, and I did the same to him. He needed a push of something that's neutral, something that's just clap me on the back and hugs by words or encouragement. And I needed someone to scold me, telling me outright what I did was wrong. Some discipline, they might say. And we needed each other, or rather, we had found each other. We knew each other for 30 years. It's a long story coming. But I don't know if it's he anymore. He knows I'm they. He was the one who came to me as questioning their own identity, every choice and everything. Again, I said this before. The question that got me. Jester confirms this. I have a question. Why does that feel odd? I think there was some kind of push when we were both searching for something. When I was hurting and hurting others in my surroundings, he secluded himself, perhaps away from me. And I was upset for 2 days until I ran that feeling. There is still time. Time's funny. People come and go for a school year. Some stay for 13 years. Some stay for a game or anything. Sometimes you just have the time together. Do we value it all the same? No. But he had to go for his own self. And I think that was not perhaps the best for me. I will not know. But that was his strict choice and not an accident. I still think if it's because I came out sooner than him and he felt a certain jealousy. Shit, it might have dysphoria does strange things to you. So, just like that kid from that class who never grew up, we started growing up separately, me and my best friend. And I still don't know who they are, even after 13 years. But they never change. After 13 years, they're the same person. But everyone changes. But they are going to change forward. My old friend will not realize he can. He will not look at himself and reflect. At least for not a while. Or what do I know that? It's been a long time since. And then my best friend, would he recognize me? Would I recognize them? Do they even know who I am? I'll still be the same person. They understand my intuition. The funny thing is the confidence I have is certainly way stronger now. I hope I can see my friend again someday.
You doing all right?
Yeah, just shouting into the void,
I
just like
heard
I
the last
wanted.
half of it.
Yeah, sometimes when we're mad at something or obsessed, we are distracting ourselves. And sometimes we just have to break. I haven't wanted to be alone. And I see my friends come and go now too. And I know that person here is. How will I know they're gonna be the one who sticks for 13 more years? I won't. That will be impossible. Better question yet. Something that actually matters. Do I have the chance to see my friend again? Yes. Will I have the chance to see my friend again after 13 years? Yes. Unless they're gone. So why then would I start thinking, will I still be with my friend in 13 years? If what matters is tomorrow. I don't expect anyone to listen to this. I kinda don't want them to. But I'm merely chugging down hours. And people could always catch the vibe to get a little bit glimpse of the clown. And the Jester that cries. I am playing very calm, sad music right now. That helped me open. I've been putting a long care on performing with my performance anxiety at stake. And now it don't feel so bad. Somehow today don't feel so bad. I puked today. I woke up and I puked. I felt awful. I ordered something I can't afford, but it did help me. Like the treat on all the streets. And yet it's a good night tonight.